hunger.
Getting upset only makes it worse. Calm down.
No!
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're looking at the Disney and Pixar characters who did some pretty heinous things, even though they weren't the outright villains of their stories. All their worst deeds will be listed here, so there will be spoilers ahead.
You're just the bad guy who wrecks the building.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Number 30, Mowgli, The Jungle Book 1967 and The Jungle Book 2016. The film makes it easy to root for Mowgli. He's a kid who desperately wants to be among the animals in the jungle. The tiger Shere Khan is framed as the villain for wanting him gone.
Kill me? But why would he want to do that?
He hates man. And Shere Khan is not going to allow you to grow up to become a man. Just another hunter with a gun?
He's not entirely wrong, though. Mowgli insists he's no threat, but how does he defeat Shere Khan? With fire. He might have meant to only scare him off, but that fire was real, and it probably spread. The 2016 remake doubles down on this outcome. In the final act, he brings a torch into the jungle and sets the wilderness ablaze. Shere Khan may be the villain, but Mowgli ends up doing far more damage.
Either I'll devour you or the red flower will. It's just a matter of time.
The man cub was the only one who truly threatened the balance of the jungle. Number 29, Django, Ratatouille. Remy is a rat who dreams of becoming a chef. His biggest obstacle, besides being a rat, is his father Django. As leader of a rat colony, he expects Remy to eat garbage like everyone else.
Food is fuel. You get picky about what you put in the tank, your engine is gonna die. Now shut up and eat your garbage.
Do we even have to explain why that's a bad thing? Things get worse when Django discovers Remy can smell rat poison. Instead of protecting him, he assigns Remy the job of poison checker. His son's safety is put at risk for the colony's survival. It's a selfish and neglectful move, no matter how practical. Django may mean well, but for most of the film, he holds Remy back and puts him in danger.
I mean, eventually a bird's gotta leave the nest.
We're not birds. We're rats. We don't leave our nests. We make them bigger.
Well, maybe I'm a different kind of rat.
Thankfully, by the end, he supports his son's dream. Number 28, Merida, Brave. To avoid an arranged marriage, Princess Merida obtains a spell disguised as a cake. The only thing she knows about it is that it will change her fate.
You're sure? If I give this to my mom, it will change my fate?
Oh, trust me. It'll do the trick, dearie.
That's all she knows, and it's as vague as it sounds. She gives it to her mother Eleanor, who's then transformed into a bear. The two eventually reconcile, and Eleanor is returned to normal. Sure, Merida understandably wants some freedom, but nothing justifies what she did. Her reckless actions nearly started a war between clans.
You decide which one of our sons your daughter will marry. None of your sons are fit to marry my daughter.
Then our alliance is over. This means war.
To make matters worse, instead of talking things out, she secretly fed her mom a cake that was cursed with unknown properties. It's careless. Her actions would be pretty hard to excuse in real life. Number 27, Walrus, Alice in Wonderland.
A pleasant walk, a pleasant talk would be a sheer delight.
Yes, and should we get hungry on the way, we'll stop and, have a bite.
Most people remember the Queen of Hearts as the main villain, but there's another character who's just as sinister and arguably more disturbing. When Alice meets Tweedledee and Tweedledum, they tell her the tale of the curious oysters. It begins with a walrus and a carpenter walking along a beach. They come across a group of oysters, and the walrus tricks them into coming along. The innocent oysters are wide-eyed, cute, and completely unaware of what's coming. The walrus takes them to a makeshift restaurant and proceeds to eat every single one.
Oh, yes. The time has come, my little friends, to talk of food and things.
Of peppercorns and mustard seed and other seasonings.
It wouldn't be so haunting if the oysters didn't look so adorable. Fortunately, the walrus gets what's coming to him when he refuses to share with the carpenter. Number 26, Mr. Incredible, The Incredibles. Growing older and losing purpose hit Bob Parr really hard, so he chased the thrill of his glory days. Despite the superheroes being outlawed, he continued to fight crime and risk his family. He then lied about losing his job and covered up his secret trips.
Honey, about the job.
What?
Something's happened.
What?
What?
The
company is sending me to a conference.
A conference?
It all blew up in his face when his recklessness nearly got the whole family killed. Just when things couldn't get any worse, he was caught being intimate with another woman. He wasn't actually cheating, but honestly, he deserved the scolding. And let's not forget the wannabe sidekick Incrediboy. The kid didn't need punishment, he needed guidance. Bob had chances to help, but didn't.
You mean he got away?
Well, yeah. Skippy here made sure of that.
Incrediboy!
You're not affiliated with me!
Mr. Incredible might not be a bad man, but he sure is flawed. Number 25, Lightning McQueen, Cars. Everyone who knows the character remembers how much of a narcissist he was. He did eventually become a better and more thoughtful person, or car, though that still doesn't erase the damage he caused along the way. He reportedly fired 3 crew chiefs in a single racing season.
McQueen's not going into the pits.
You know, the rookie just fired his crew chief. That's the 3rd one this season.
Well, he says he likes working alone, Daryl.
Judging by how he treated his own pit crew, it's hard to imagine he was ever in the right. Lightning just seemed like a nightmare to work with. He ignored advice and didn't take any responsibility for his failures. He also took advantage of his friend Mac, pushing him to drive way too far without rest.
Hey, kid, I don't know if I can make it.
Oh, sure you can, Mac. Look, it'll be easy. I'll stay up with you.
All night?
All night long.
If Lightning didn't end up in Radiator Springs, who knows how much worse he might have gotten. Number 24, Princess Atta, A Bug's Life. There's no doubt this monarch cares deeply for her people. We can relate to her work stress, but she often takes it out on the wrong bugs. She dismisses Flick's ideas at every turn, even though he's just trying to help the colony.
Please, Flick, just go.
I'm sorry, I was really just trying to help.
What's worse is that his plans would actually work, but she brushes them off without reason. Her worst moments? Banishing Flick twice. The first time, she sent him away to get help, but really she expected him to fail, or worse.
Flick, after much deliberation, we have decided to grant you your request.
Really?
Really.
The second time was after she found out Flick lied about recruiting warriors. It's a clear case of the pot calling the kettle black. Number 23, Ming Lee, Turning Red. The mother-daughter bond lies at the heart of this film. Ming eventually lets May have some freedom, though it comes after an unreasonable amount of pain.
I'm finally figuring out who I am. But I'm scared it'll take me away from you.
In one scene, she humiliates May by showing her teenage crush some inappropriate sketches. She doesn't even seem to care that she scarred her daughter for life. Her control tightens when she finds May at a party gone wrong. Instead of hearing her out, Ming blames May's friends and drives them away.
We just wanted to see Four Town.
Four Town! You manipulated her for a bunch of tacky delinquents?
No, she wanted to.
Don't you blame her. She is a good girl, and you've taken advantage of her.
She strips May of any agency and still expects love in return. And this was all before she turned into a red panda kaiju. Moms can be overprotective, but this crosses every line. Number 22, Mushu, Mulan 2. This sidekick was one of the best parts of the first film. In the sequel, he's basically the antagonist, and he's not a fun one to watch. When Mulan and Shang get engaged, his role as guardian spirit role is put in danger.
The pink slip is for you.
It is written, once a woman marries, her husband's ancestors take over the duty of guardianship.
So he spends the whole movie trying to break them apart in secret. His schemes include crashing a carriage, releasing an angry bear, spreading false rumors, and making Mulan look incompetent. For a while, he actually manages to get Mulan and Shang to despise each other.
Don't play coy. I saw you outside my tent.
What? I haven't left my post.
And I suppose you weren't gossiping about me with the princesses.
Shang, did that dip in the river get you waterlogged?
In the end, he comes clean and makes amends. Still, he's hardly worthy of forgiveness. He especially doesn't deserve a reward for being a terrible friend. Number 21, Alma Madrigal, Encanto. The Madrigal's matriarch runs a tight ship. She controls her relatives' jobs, relationships, and futures with a firm hand. Things go too far when she pushes her granddaughter Isabella into a loveless marriage. Luisa also falls apart under Alma's expectations.
Give it to your sister, it doesn't hurt, and see if she can handle every family burden. Watch as she buckles and bends, but never breaks.
It isn't until Mirabel confronts her that Alma sees the damage she caused. She changes for the better, but all the wounds are hard to look past. Alma showed little concern when her son Bruno vanished and never returned. She also shunned Mirabel for years because she lacked any superpowers.
So the best way for some of us to help is to step aside. Let the rest of the family do what they do best. Okay?
While she did love her family, her pride came dangerously close to tearing them all apart. Number 20. Maui, Moana. Look, it's impossible to hate Maui. The guy is charisma incarnate. The legendary hero is larger than life and an absolute blast to watch.
Honestly, I could go on and on. I could explain every natural phenomenon. The tide, the grass, the ground. Oh, that was Maui just messing around. I killed an eel, I buried its guts. Sprouted a tree, now you got coconuts.
However, he's also responsible for the film's whole conflict. Maui stole the heart of Te Fiti, changing her into Te Ka, and unleashing a blight across the islands of the world. And while he does join Moana in trying to rectify his mistake, after his magical fish hook is nearly destroyed, he briefly abandons her.
I could watch that all day. Okay, enjoy the island. Maui, out!
No! Stop! Hey! You have to put back the heart!
Maui does return, but he wouldn't need to go on this redemption journey if he'd never stolen the heart in the first place. Pride and a need for validation can be just as damaging in a hero as in a villain.
Look, what I did was wrong. I have no excuse. I'm sorry.
Number 19. Kenai, Brother Bear. Kenai is an Inuit boy who's transformed into a bear. However, the reason why is pretty dark for a Disney movie. Kenai provokes a bear who stole his food, prompting her to attack him.
Kenai! Kenai! Sitka, no! You gotta get out of here! Watch the bear! Behind you! Ah!
When his brothers defend him, his brother Sitka is killed, and Kenai kills the bear in revenge. As punishment, he becomes a bear. During his time walking in a bear's paws, Kenai befriends Koda, a young bear.
I got separated from my mom. And now, with this hunter around...
Kid, I got my own problems.
Come on, please. Can't we just go together?
However, he eventually learns that Koda's mother was the bear that he killed. While Kenai wasn't overtly malicious, the fact is that his anger and recklessness resulted in the loss of his own family and Koda's.
I let you down.
I don't like this story.
You trusted me, believed in me, and I let you down.
Your mother's not coming.
Number 18. Jack Skellington, The Nightmare Before Christmas. Jack Skellington may be the protagonist of this beloved Halloween/Christmas movie, but he's not exactly a hero. Out of boredom, he stumbles into Christmastown and decides to take over the holiday by force.
It's your turn to take it easy.
But there must be some mistake.
See that he's comfortable. Just the second fellow? Of course! That's what I'm missing.
He has Santa kidnapped, along with the Easter Bunny, and inadvertently delivers him into the hands of the nightmarish Oogie Boogie. Then, instead of bringing children joy, he terrifies them instead. Jack does clean up his mess eventually, but not before ignoring the desires of everyone around him and causing mass chaos and terror.
How could I be so blind? All this lost, where was I?
Number 17. King Stefan and Queen Leah, Sleeping Beauty. Kings and queens in Disney movies rarely get it right. For the christening of their daughter, Aurora, Queen Leah and King Stefan invite practically everyone in the kingdom, with one unfortunate exception. They don't invite Maleficent, who turns up anyway and curses Aurora to die after getting her finger pricked on a spindle.
Before the sun sets on her 16th birthday, she shall prick her finger on the spindle of a spinning wheel and die.
While one of the good fairies lessens the blow, Aurora is still sent to live with the fairies instead of with her family, and every spindle in the kingdom is burned. We admit that inviting the Mistress of Evil to your child's christening may have sounded bad on paper, but by snubbing Maleficent, the king and queen only provoked her ire and forced their daughter to grow up without them.
Battle's over! Girl's as good as here! I'm sorry, Hubert, but after 16 years of worrying, never knowing the past!
Number 16. Zeus, Hercules. The gods of Greek mythology are famously not so benevolent, and while Zeus in Hercules isn't anywhere near as bad as his mythological counterpart, he's still less than perfect. Zeus lives it up on Mount Olympus after sticking his brother Hades with a thankless job overseeing the underworld, and even mocking him for it.
You ought to slow down. You work yourself to death. Ha! Work yourself to death!
It's no wonder Hades tries to take over. Plus, after Hades turns Hercules mortal, Zeus doesn't bring him to Olympus or raise him because mortals aren't allowed. What, he can't bend the rules as king of the gods? Or commute to be a parent? And plus, he's willfully vague in how Herc has to become a true hero. Seems like the biggest thing standing between Zeus and his son is Zeus.
If you can prove yourself a true hero on Earth, your godhood will be restored.
A true hero. Great! Exactly how do you become a true hero?
Number 15, Troy and Gabriella, High School Musical. This might be a hot take, but these two probably didn't deserve to get the leads in the musical. Just look at things from Ryan and Sharpay's point of view. Troy and Gabriella are both involved in activities that already let them stand out, basketball and academic decathlon respectively. Not only that, the duo get callbacks after singing the exact same song they did, but slower.
I want you to know that I've never had someone that knows me like you do.
And sure, parts should always go to the most deserving, and we're all about finding new passions. But there's no reason they couldn't have gone for parts in the play other than the leads. It would have meant a less demanding schedule, and a chance for Sharpay and Ryan to pursue their own passion.
Something's not right. Really wrong. And we gotta get things back where they belong.
Number 14, Buck Cluck, Chicken Little.
Remember how I told you it would be better for you just to lay low, don't call attention to yourself, right?
Yes, but
see, it's like a game. Yeah, a game of hide and seek, except the goal is never to be found, ever.
Buck Cluck is a bad dad. When his son believes the sky is falling, Buck doesn't believe him or support him, turning the whole town against him. Buck seems embarrassed by his own child, and when he deigns to pay attention to Chicken Little at all, he gives him bad advice.
Just do me one favor, son.
Sure, Dad, anything.
Just please try not to get your hopes too high.
Even after his son wins a baseball game, the compliments he does give him are all backhanded.
I guess that puts the whole sky is falling incident behind us once and for all.
Sure, for most of us, Buck being terrible is obvious, and one of the major plot points in the movie. But tell that to Disney, who in 2020 put out this tweet. Number 13, Elena Rivera, Coco. Miguel's abuelita, Elena Rivera, may not be the villain of the film, but she is the cause of most of the major problems in it.
I asked if you would like more tamales.
See?
That's what I thought you said.
Abuelita runs our house just like Mama Imelda did.
No music.
Raised by her own grandmother to reject music after her grandfather never came home after going off to be a musician, Abuelita enforces this rule with overzealous enthusiasm. Not only does her draconian attitude alienate her grandson Miguel, but by refusing to put her grandfather's photo on the ofrenda, she leaves Hector in danger of being forgotten in the land of the dead.
Know that I'm with you, the only way that I can be. Until you're in my arms again. Remember me.
Abuelita does eventually come around, but her adherence to prejudice goes way too far. Number 12, Emperor Kuzco, the Emperor's New Groove. The eponymous monarch of the Emperor's New Groove, Kuzco is a spoiled, callous ruler before the story begins, and during much of the film.
No! You threw off my groove!
I'm sorry, but you've thrown off the Emperor's groove.
Kuzco treats everyone around him as though they're beneath him, without regard for their feelings, since he frequently insults them.
Hate your hair. Not likely. Yikes, yikes, yikes. And let me guess, you have a great personality. Is this really the best you could do?
He also doesn't seem to care about their lives, like when he plans to build his new palace on Pacha's land.
Booyah! Welcome to Kuzco-topia, my ultimate summer getaway, complete with water slide.
What?
Isn't it great? It's my birthday gift to me.
Given that Yzma practically raised him, we can see why he turned out the way he did, and why she tried to overthrow him. But that still does not excuse his appalling behavior.
Good, good. That's just what I wanted to hear.
Number 11. Joy, Inside Out. The perpetually peppy leader of the personified emotions of a young girl named Riley, Joy has the best interests of her human at heart.
I can't believe Mom and Dad moved us here.
Look, I get it. You guys have concerns, but we've been through worse. Tell you what, let's make a list of all the things Riley should be happy about.
But her methods are what ultimately cause most of the issues dealt with in the movie. Joy wants Riley to be happy, but her need to monopolize control leads her to exclude the other emotions, especially sadness, whose neglect leaves Riley unable to process how she feels about moving to a new city.
Hey, Sadness, you touched a memory? We talked about this.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
Get back in your circle.
Joy's quest also leads her on an obsessive journey that ultimately leads to the death of an imaginary friend.
Don't you get it, Joy? We're stuck down here. We're forgotten.
Although she learns a costly lesson, she could have saved everyone some heartache if she'd been more willing to cede control or the spotlight to others.
Because that gave us plenty of time to think about what our new house is going to look like. What? Let's review the top 5 daydreams.
Number 10. Simba, The Lion King 2, Simba's Pride.
I banished you from the Pride Lands. Now you and your young cub. Get out.
Simba may be the hero of The Lion King, but in the sequel, he makes his share of mistakes as king. His banishment of the lions who supported Scar only serves to stir their resentment towards him and the kingdom. Furthermore, he mistrusts Kovu repeatedly, despite his and Kiara's attempts to convince him that the younger lion is trustworthy.
Daddy, please, listen to him.
Silence! When you first came here, you asked for judgment. And I pass it now. Exile!
Simba isn't malicious in his actions, but even so, his attempts to live up to his father's legacy cause a lot of needless conflict. And he's more like his dad than he thinks. Mufasa exiled the hyenas, which backfired in much the same way.
What about that shadowy place?
That's beyond our borders. You must never go there, Simba.
Number 9. Aladdin. Aladdin.
Morning, ladies. Getting into trouble a little early today, aren't we, Aladdin? Trouble? No way.
Not a lot of characters in Aladdin come off well upon reflection. And while it was tempting to give this entry to the Sultan, given that his incompetent rule leads to many of the other characters' problems, we had to ultimately choose the title character himself. While he is a lovable rogue, Aladdin is also a thief, although for the most part that's forgivable. More importantly though, Aladdin attempts to deceive Jasmine and the entire kingdom in order to get what he wants, which is basically exactly what Jafar is doing.
You really ought to be yourself.
Hey, that's the last thing I want to be. Okay, I'm gonna go see her. I gotta be smooth.
Granted, his motives are slightly better, since they're out of a desire for love rather than power, but he's still not exactly a paragon of virtue.
Why did you lie to me?
Jasmine, I'm sorry.
Did you think I was stupid?
No.
That I wouldn't figure it out?
No, I mean, I hoped you wouldn't.
Number 8. Woody, Toy Story. Listen, we love Woody, but we have to admit that he can come across as kind of a jerk, particularly in the first Toy Story film.
You are a toy! You weren't the real Buzz Lightyear, you're an action figure! You are a child's plaything!
The cowboy toy bosses the other toys around by virtue of being Andy's favorite. When he feels his position is threatened, he tries to take Buzz out of the picture and ends up creating even more problems for himself.
Wait a minute, you don't think I meant to knock Buzz out the window, do you, Potato Head?
That's Mr. Potato Head to you, you backstabbing murderer.
No, it was an accident, guys, come on. Now, you gotta believe me.
Then there's the fact that he traumatizes Sid, a nominal antagonist who's just a kid doing what kids do to toys. He had no way of knowing they were intelligent sentient beings because of their need to keep the fact that they're alive a secret. Unless they need to scare children, apparently.
We toys can see everything.
So play nice.
No, you play nice, Woody.
I think the word you're searching for is Space Ranger.
The word I'm searching for, I can't say, because there's preschool toys present.
Number 7, Mr. Potato Head, Toy Story. 2 characters from one movie? Yep. Woody's jealousy may fuel plenty of conflict, but so too does another one of Andy's toys, Mr. Potato Head.
I know Andy's excited about Buzz, but you know, he'll always have a special place for you.
Yeah, like the attic.
Sarcastic and snide, Mr. Potato Head continuously needles Woody about Buzz supplanting him as Andy's new favorite. And then when Woody accidentally knocks Buzz out the window, Potato Head leads the charge in vilifying Woody for it.
Didn't want to face the fact that Buzz just might be Andy's new favorite toy. So you got rid of him. Well, what if Andy starts playing with me more, Woody, huh? You're gonna knock me out of the window too?
At every opportunity Woody has to come back, Mr. Potato Head is there to deny him. Is it jealousy? Or was Potato Head just that much of a jerk before meeting his wife? Whatever the reason, this spud certainly loves to stir the pot. Number 6, the elephants, Dumbo. The titular young big-eared elephant faces plenty of adversities throughout the film, almost from the moment of his birth, due to being different from his peers.
Is it possible?
Isn't there some mistake?
Just look at those E-A-R-S.
His fellow circus pachyderms mock him for his oversized lobes, as does nearly everyone else he encounters.
After all, who cares about her precious little Jumbo?
Jumbo? You mean Dumbo? Dumbo.
Although at first protected by his mother, they are separated when her protective nature is mistaken for general aggression. Despite being practically orphaned, Dumbo isn't taken in by his fellow elephants, who continue ridiculing him for a quirk of his genetics.
It's all the fault of that little F-R-E-A-K.
Yes, him with those ears that only a mother could love.
This leaves him without a support system and causes him to endure further embarrassment and hardships. He sure is lucky he has Timothy Q. Mouse.
Don't forget that we elephants have always walked with dignity. His disgrace is our own shame.
Number 5, the Enchantress, Beauty and the Beast. While we were tempted to choose the eponymous beast for this entry, given how many of his actions mirrored the actual villain Gaston's, ultimately we found that the true villain of the story is the Enchantress, who curses the beast in the first place.
And when he dismissed her again, the old woman's ugliness melted away to reveal a beautiful enchantress.
After the prince rejects her request to spend the night in his castle based on her appearance, which is a disguise by the way, the Enchantress condemns not only him to spend years as a monster, but also curses his servants to spend years as objects for literally no reason.
And as punishment, she transformed him into a hideous beast and placed a powerful spell on the castle and all who lived there.
Sounds like entrapment and cruel and unusual punishment to us.
You have been deceived by your own cold heart. A curse upon your house and all within it.
Number 4, the Nicelanders and Fix-It Felix Jr., Wreck-It Ralph.
It is what it is.
Good job, everyone.
Felix and the Nicelanders go hang out in their homes, which he's just fixed, and everyone, you know.
Sometimes people don't live up to their names. The Nicelanders, the inhabitants of the town that the title video game villain continuously wrecks, consistently exclude Ralph from their lives, as they believe that his role in the game defines who he is.
Happy 30th anniversary? They're having a party without me.
Similarly, they treat Fix-It Felix Jr. as a good guy, because that's his job. Speaking of which, while Felix is generally more kind to Ralph than the others, he's still rather ignorant of Ralph's feelings, and prioritizes the needs of the Nicelanders over Ralph.
Felix, pull yourself together.
No! Ralph, you don't know what it's like to be rejected and treated like a criminal.
Yes, I do. That's every day of my life.
While all of them end up treating Ralph better eventually, most of the film's events wouldn't have happened if they were just nice to someone they've known for ages.
I'm gonna wreck it.
Number 3. King Triton, The Little Mermaid. Disney movies feature plenty of overprotective parents, and arguably one of the worst examples of one who isn't overtly an antagonist is King Triton. Father of Ariel and the ruler of Atlantica, Triton displays a callous hatred for and prejudice towards humans.
You could have been seen by one of those barbarians, by one of those humans.
Daddy, they're not barbarians.
They're dangerous. Do you think I want to see my youngest daughter snared by some fish-eater's hook?
This causes conflict between him and his daughter, who is fascinated by them.
I tried to stop us. She wouldn't listen. I told her to stay away from humans. They are bad. They are trouble.
Humans? What about humans?
His draconian rule pushes Ariel towards reckless acts of rebellion to pursue her passions and escape his ever-tightening hold over her life.
I set certain rules, and I expect those rules to be obeyed.
But Dad...
Is it true you rescued a human from drowning?
Daddy, I had to...
Contact between the human world and the mer world is strictly forbidden. Ariel, you know that!
Additionally, had Triton not exiled Ursula for unspecified reasons, it's likely that Ariel would not have been able to turn to the Sea Witch for help. Though we'll grant that it may have been the villainess's lack of trustworthiness that led to her exile in the first place.
Yes, I do.
Number 2. Elsa and Anna's parents, Frozen. Elsa and Anna's parents, the King and Queen of Arendelle, both love their daughters, but their attempts at helping them cause much of the film's conflict. Following Elsa inadvertently injuring Anna with her powers, the monarchs take Anna to some trolls to be healed.
Do what you must. I recommend we remove all magic, even memories of magic, to be safe.
Although the troll solution and cryptic advice also factor into the unfortunate events that follow, the King and Queen's misinterpretation of their advice leads them to isolate their daughters from one another.
Lock the gates. We'll reduce the staff. We will limit her contact with people and keep her powers hidden from everyone, including Anna.
It also causes Elsa to feel like there's something wrong with her, which is definitely something that should be avoided when parenting.
The gloves will help. See? Conceal it.
Don't feel it.
Don't let it show.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Peter Pan, Peter Pan.
Tink! Shh! Stop playing!
Tinkerbell may be an attempted murderer, but Peter Pan himself doesn't exactly have a spotless track record. Although he battles pirates, Peter doesn't really have the moral high ground when he does stuff like cut off his enemy's hand and feed it to a crocodile.
Did Pan show good form when he did this to me?
I Captain. Cutting your hand off was only a childish prank, you might say.
Aye, but throwing it to that crocodile.
Even worse, if you think about it, Peter is an adult in the body of a child, who lures a group of kids away from their parents' house in the middle of the night to put them in dangerous, life-threatening situations.
Well, come on, Wendy. Let's go.
Where are we going?
To Neverland.
Neverland?
Peter's taking us.
Us?
Not exactly heroic behavior. Which of these characters do you think would be the worst to hang out with? Tell us who you'd avoid in the comments below.
We'll show your people how to use this land properly, how to make the most of it.
Make the most of it?
Yes, we'll build roads and decent houses and...
Our houses are fine.